Hi, by the end of this video, you'll have learned how to make this or something like this by yourself using plugdata and puredata, which are visual languages specialized on sound design. In this video, I'll cover the very basics like setting up the software, compiling examples, and creating a first effect. And if the video catches on, I'll explore more elaborate designs later. Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. A year ago, I talked about the Hothouse pedal by Cleveland Music, and I said I'm going to make a video showing you how to develop your own effects or even a synthesizer for this. Short reminder, the Hothouse pedal is based on Electrosmith's Daisy-Seed MPU, which is a powerful board that also has digital to analog converters and analog to digital converters, so you can capture sounds and output your processed sound without additional hardware. In the meantime, Hothouse is available in a full stereo version. So today I'm going to keep my promise, and this is a video on developing your own effects on the Hothouse pedal using puredata, an open source digital signal processing language. So if you think that's interesting, please join me in this video. Here we go. To be clear, you don't need the Hothouse pedal to follow the examples in this video. It just so happens that this pedal provides 6 knobs, 2 stomp switches, 3 three-way switches and 2 6.35mm audio in and out plugs, and all the peripheral electronics that will let you focus on the software part. All of that bundled in a sturdy enclosure. If you don't want to use that, you can just buy the Electrosmith Daisy-Seed and use a breadboard setup, for example. And if you don't want to do that either, you can just run your programs on your home computer, smartphone, or whatever device you can run puredata or plugdata on. If you have the Hothouse pedal, please refer to last year's video to learn how to set up the toolchain and Visual Studio Code to install the new stereo examples. Today, we'll use plugdata, which is a powerful standalone add-on for puredata. Puredata is a programming language that lets you design sound applications visually by placing objects on the board and then connecting them with virtual cables. This itself is already much more easily digestible than developing in C++, but learning all the type identifier names by heart can be a bit overwhelming for beginners. Enter plugdata, which adds a graphical representation of the most common objects, so creating your own synths and effects becomes more like setting up a modular synthesizer. On top of that, plugdata comes with extension libraries that contain lots of pre-made effects and the heavy compiler, which lets you compile your effects not only as a plugin for your DAW, but for various hardware destinations like the Electrosmith Daisy-Seed here. It's never a bad idea to install both, so download plugdata and puredata from their respective web pages. In this video, we'll use plugdata, so launch this, make sure the audio settings are correct, and then click New Patch. Let's start with a very simple example, a delay effect. The big dotted part of the window is your canvas. You can place components here. Click the small plus icon in the top left corner. In this menu, you'll see all the functions and modules you can add to your puredata patch. They are grouped in categories, which are listed in the middle of this menu. Click on the I/O tab and then add both an ADC or analog to digital converter and a DAC or digital to analog converter to your patch by clicking the icons and then placing them on your canvas. As you can see, you've now created 2 puredata objects. The small dots here are patch points. Hover your mouse over them to get an explanation what they do. For example, the ADC has 2 audio inputs, while the DAC has 2 audio outputs. Now let's add one of the pre-made effects here. Click the Effects tab on the very left side and drag the reverb effect to your canvas so it sits between the ADC and the DAC. Now connect the ADC to the reverb input and the reverb's output to the DAC like this. Click the Run Mode icon in the top middle part of the screen and clap your hands. Nice. Now let's replace the ADC with a keyboard and an electric piano. Nice. By the way, you can also add plugdata as a plugin into your favorite DAW, like this. Remember I said it's possible to compile your patches for use in your DAW? Well, there's one caveat here. You can only compile pure data, but not the functionality provided by extensions. Plugdata has a compiled mode feature in its main menu that marks anything that can't be compiled yellow. And as you can see here, this reverb effect here can't be compiled, unfortunately. So let's load one of the examples that come with the Hothouse pedal instead. To get them, download the examples folder from their GitHub page. As you already can see by the Spartanly looking layout of this patch, this uses basic pure data elements only. Switching on compiled mode doesn't mark anything yellow, so we can proceed compiling. Connect the daisy seed to your computer by USB and hold the boot and reset button simultaneously to put it into flash mode. Now, make sure the correct drivers are installed. You can use the Zadig tool for that, and if you don't know about this, please watch last year's video for an in-depth explanation. Now, click the Compile option in the main menu. On the left side, select Electrosmith Daisy. As target board, select Custom JSON and then select the Hothouse JSON file found inside the PD folder of the Hothouse examples. As export type, select Flash, then click the Flash button. If you do this for the first time, plugdata will ask you to install the toolchain and the heavy compiler. Just press Yes and it will set up automatically. Once everything is compiled, you can unplug your daisy seed and use it. Don't worry about that error 74, that one is normal. Now let's create our own simple firmware, a resonant filter. Again, we start by placing the input and output on screen. Then add an object in between, click it and enter BP tilde on the keyboard. This creates a resonant bandpass filter. Copy and paste this for the right audio channel as well, then connect the audio in and audio out as seen on screen. I want to use the first knob on the Hothouse pedal to control filter cutoff frequency and the second one to control filter resonance. In the JSON file I mentioned earlier, you can look up the names of the hardware controls. Place another object on screen, type R, then knob1, then add hv_param, which creates a reference to that first knob. The knobs on the pedal generate values between 0 and 1, and 1 represents a fully opened knob. The bandpass filter, however, accepts the frequency in Hertz as a number input. So we need to add a multiplier times 10,000 here, so turning the knob to its maximum will tell the filter to open up to 10,000 Hz or 10 kHz. The change object you see here guarantees the knob will only trigger changes when it's actually changing values. Right, connect this setup to the middle control of both input filters. We now need the same setup for the second knob, but the resonance control of the filter accepts values from 0 to 10 only, so change that multiplier accordingly, then connect it to the right control input of both filters. We can now compile this and transfer it to the pedal, and here's the result, a controllable real-time filter for stereo audio input. Now I have a homework for you. Make it so that knobs 3 and 4 can be used to control the right channel filter and resonance separately. And I'll end this video here. If this gets sufficient views, I'll go more in-depth into creating good sounding reverbs or delay reverb combos that don't eat up all the CPU time in a follow-up video. Oh, by the way, if you find stuff like this interesting, please consider supporting this channel by subscribing, pressing the thumbs up, or leaving a comment. YouTube changed their algorithm in the beginning of 2025 once again, and since then views have been declining. Now, of course, that could be my own fault because I posted videos that didn't capture your interest, but I'm clearly seeing that videos are dead after 3 days and no one is watching them after that time period. And this was very different this time last year. So any help by you is highly appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, and that's it for today. The stereo version of the Hothouse pedal by Cleveland Music, and a short introduction to Pure Data, an open source DSP language. If this video gets enough views, I will continue this series. My intermediate goal is to recreate the water effect found on the Yamaha EX5. So if you want to see that happen, please leave a comment, press the like button, share this video, do the YouTube thing, support me on Patreon, whatever. As always, thanks for watching and see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.